Okay, hello YouTube. This is the Canadian Greek coming at you with Comet ISON update number 7. Let's get right to it because we have a lot to get through today. Let's go. Okay, folks, hold on to your seats. The ride is beginning. The comet is finally getting serious about brightening, and it's due to increased production of gas molecules, example CN and C2, etc. CN again is cyanide, and C2 is diatomic carbon. The SED spectral energy distribution confirms this, even with just B, V, and RC mags. I'll have the November 6 GRI mags hopefully tomorrow. Since the brightening is mostly due to the coma, which is green, if I had a plot of VMAG versus date, it would show an even more dramatic rise than seen in the RC mag versus date plot. We are now on the lookout for jets with V-band. Whitmer is scheduled for those observations tomorrow morning for November 7th. And November 7th says, added V-mags to plot of brightness versus date and table. The comet is brightening at V-band much faster than the RC band due to onset of gas release from the nucleus. Also added a Whitmer V-band image set used to search for coma structure, i.e. gas jet. I didn't see any evidence for structure. Okay, so Comet ISON is brightening, starting to pick up. Now it's looking like the comet is going to continue to brighten at a steady pace the closer it gets to the sun. The interesting thing here is the two gas molecules that were stated by Bruce Gary. This is Bruce Gary's website, CN and C2. Diatomic carbon is C2. We know what cyanide is. CN, C2 is diatomic carbon. What is diatomic carbon? Diatomic carbon, systematically named 1 lambda 3 or 2 lambda 3, ethene and dicarbon, is an inorganic chemical with the chemical formula C2. It is a colorless gas that only persists in dilution or as an adduct. It is classified as a very strong acid. Diatomic carbon is highly corrosive. It occurs in carbon vapor, for example, in electric arcs, in comets, stellar atmospheres, and interstellar medium, and in blue hydrocarbon flames. Now, I have to ask the question here, okay? It begs the question, what do hydrocarbon flames, stellar atmospheres, and electric arcs have to do with dirty snowballs? Good question? Okay. I say nothing, personally. I think that the 1930s dirty snowball comet model, or the comet theory from the 1930s, should be updated, and we should move into the 21st century. We have orbiting platforms, we have orbiting telescopes, we've sent out probes, we've landed, equipment on other planets. I think it's safe to say that we're ready to move into the 21st century. I don't know why they're holding information back, but the dirty snowball theory doesn't wash with me anymore. I don't know about you guys. Let's move along. There's been a serious uptick in sun activity. Now, some of these coronal mass ejections, a number of them in fact, have been facing towards Mars or towards ISON. This uptick in activity, I don't know how to describe, I don't know how to explain it, but this is a very, very large event. Okay, this is a very powerful CME. If you follow the table down here, the color scheme to the table of what is going on here, this is a very powerful event. Had that been Earth facing, we could be in a lot of trouble. And this is what I'm afraid of when ISON goes around perihelion. This is one of the things that worries me about ISON, because it's going to be a sun diving comet, and I believe it to be larger than what they're telling us. and I think it's going to react very violently with the sun. And these are the kinds of events that I hope that we do not see Earth facing. Okay, again, I'm not a psychic. I can't predict the future. I don't know what's going to happen, but these are the kinds of things that worry me. I'm not saying that they're going to happen for sure 100%, but they're the kinds of things that have me worried, as well as us flying through its debris tail. We don't know what we're going to encounter there as well. Let's move along. Science World Report. NASA's Hubble spots mysterious asteroid P2013P5 with 6 comet-like tails. Interesting. Okay. Using NASA's Hubble Space Telescope, astronomers have detected an unusually fuzzy-looking asteroid with 6 comet-like tails of dust rotating from it, similar to the spokes of a wheel. The newly detected asteroid, dubbed P2013P5, is different from the other known asteroid that appears as a tiny speck of light. "We are literally dumbfounded when we saw it," said lead investigator David Jewett from the University of California at Los Angeles. Said in a statement, "Even more amazing is its tail structures changed dramatically in just 13 days as it belches out dust. That also caught us by surprise. It's hard to believe we're looking at an asteroid. Really? Why?" The astronomers noticed that for the past 5 months, the newly detected asteroid P2013P5 had been emitting dust periodically. The astronomers claim that such an unusual phenomenon is possible when the asteroid's rate of rotation increases to a point that its surface begins to drift apart. Astronomers are certain that the tails of dust emitted by P2013P5 are not due to an impact with another asteroid. That's because massive quantity of dust blasted into space at once, which appear on collision of asteroids, was not visible. The discovery of the asteroid was announced on August 27th using the Pan-STARRS survey telescope that is located in Hawaii. But the tails of the fuzzy-looking object was detected on September 10th, when Hubble captured a more detailed image of the asteroid. I'm not going to finish reading this whole thing, but this is important to me. They assumed that the radiation pressure spun P2013P5 completely due to the increase in rotation rate, and the asteroid lost its gravity, as a result of which it could not stay together. Due to this, the dust makes its way towards the equatorial region of the asteroid, scatters and falls off, and further drifts into space to form a tail. Now, what they're saying here is that the asteroid had to already be spinning, had some kind of a spin and tumble rate, but they assumed that the radiation pressure spun P2013P5 completely in a shorter period of time, like I imagine in 13 days. Basically, it's what they're saying is that it caused it to have centrifugal force, which basically spun the dust off of it, and caused that tail. Now, what I find interesting is they assume that radiation pressure, which is the solar wind, by the way, spun P2013P5 completely. Now, if solar wind can do that to an asteroid that is, in the asteroid belt, well, how can comet ISON have one side consistently facing the sun? Now, I've been saying that can't be happening. It doesn't make sense. It ignores all the laws of physics. So something's wrong. ISON doesn't fit the mold in any way. It is an anomaly in every way. Okay. It just doesn't make sense. Okay. Moving along, we have our usual suspects here. C2012 S1 ISON, as seen from November 3rd, never mind. That this month sees Comet Convoy. The term coined by Stuart Atkinson of C2012X1 linear, 2P Enki, C2012S1 ISON, and 2013 R1 Lovejoy, all heading towards the eastern horizon. We do have, I guess, a convergence. Let's have a look. First we'll look at them here. C2013X1 linear. This is the one that had the outburst at a great distance from the sun. As you can see, it is evident. Okay. This is C2012S1 ISON. And this is 2P Enki. And C2013 R1 Lovejoy. They are calling this Year of the Comet. Here is ISON, by the way. ISON, this is where they are located in the sky right now. Here's where Enki is located. C2012X1 linear. And somewhere over here is Lovejoy. There we go. Okay. What does that look like to you guys? Year of the Comet? Over the next 12 months, it's going to be very interesting. Okay, now I don't know if this theory that the radiation pressure alone is causing this asteroid to spin and create these kinds of tails, because that really doesn't look like dust is just spinning off that asteroid. It looks to me like that asteroid is having an electrical discharge. If anything, the only thing that this proves to me is that scientists really have no understanding, or understand very little about what's going on out there in space. Keeping an eye on Comet ISON, I think is going to be very interesting over the next couple of weeks, over the next few weeks as it goes around perihelion. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's hope that there are no significant coronal mass ejections Earth facing, and that that ISON just turns out to be just another comet, and that it goes by without any incidents. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm interested to see how it reacts with Mercury as well when it goes to go around perihelion, when it goes to go around the sun. I'll be keeping an eye on everything. That's it for now. Very interesting. Lovejoy, ISON, Enki, and linear, X1 linear. Going to be very interesting. This is the Canadian Greek. I'm out for now.